Okay, I'm in the set the thing up mode. Where'd you go? There I am. All right. Fuck. I can't believe this shit. All right, if you're in my circles, you just got this again. Let me go into tracking mode all over again. Let me see if I can send this out to that's great. Fuck, this is a totally blown fucking Hangout. Oh, thank God, you guys are starting to pop up. I have no idea what went wrong on this.
It can happen.
Hey, dude, hello, I'm here at my work, and I just opened this because I wanted to see if everything was working, but I gotta go out, but I want to see this, but can you send me the link for the viewing, or there's no way?
I just sent you the link via Google Talk.
This is the link. This is the link for being in there in the Hangout.
Hey, if you can do me a favor, go to that video on YouTube and post that as a comment, because it should be on YouTube now.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here in my iPad. So I went to the map and see if I can post that. But I need to go out here because I'm going to have a meeting here. So I will keep watching this.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Met de moeder van de vermoorde Ruben en Julian. We weten dat verhaal speelde vorig jaar. En dan de toppers. We staan 10 jaar en vieren dat vanavond bij ons met het publiek. En die zijn wel voorbereid.
Patrick, you got noise in the background.
En tot hier.
The Guinness, if you can do me, go to the YouTube live output and put this link in. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Mac Cabrane. Dude, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Hello, everybody.
That's one of my guys, Nave Thomas.
Ah, cool. Well, either way, thanks for coming, dude. And I'm hoping we get some questions going on here. So, what do you run for a metal detector there? What can I call you for short?
Mr. Krabby?
I'll call him Mr. Crab. How's that?
Mijn microfoon doet het weer niet.
Die doet het wel. Kom maar joh.
Yeah, my mic is working? Okay,
Yep.
sorry. Lucky.
Thanks, Guinness. Appreciate it, dude.
Hello, sir. Hello, Patrick.
Hey, Krabby.
I've got a Krabbies. Navy Thomas, how can I call you, sir?
You can call me Tom.
Hello, Tom. I'm Danny. Or
Nice to
Krabby.
meet you, Danny.
Last time my microphone didn't work that well, so I was afraid it didn't work now.
Nope, it's working friggin' excellent.
Okay. Roger.
Now, let me resend this to Jet so she can make sure she's in on it. Okay, so I got Jet on 2 wheels, tracking treasure, who has a Bounty Hunter Pioneer 505, and I've got an AT Pro. And Patrick, what are you running?
I had an 80 Pro.
You got an AT Pro, so I'm gonna defer all the questions to you if we ever get any.
Yeah.
And Danny, what are you running?
And White's M6 with a double D coil.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so we've got a range of 3 now, so that's cool.
And before this, I only used a Coin Master for 1 month, but I wasn't satisfied with that.
But no worries, we don't have any viewers yet, so.
It's a kind of new thing.
Yeah, I expected that. I expect this to be a total flop. I just can't believe I had to go through all this silly ass shit when I first started it up today.
It's a kind of mumbo jumbo.
So how do you like your techno?
White. Yes, and white.
I'm sorry. What am I thinking? A white. How do you like your white? And tell us something about it.
You mean my machine, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I like it very much. It's a very, very simple and easy machine to use. It's what I call a plug-and-play machine, because I don't like all the programs on machines. So I just want to detect, and that's my purpose. I don't want to play around with a computer in my machine.
How deep does yours go?
It depends. If you're going to seek war relics, I think it goes up to in feet. I think 5-6 feet, perhaps something deeper. That's for the bigger relics like guns and helmets.
Oh shit, dude!
Yeah, but then it gives a faint iron signal. But coins, 20 centimeters, 25 centimeters. That's almost a feet. So that's 10, 12 inches maximum. Depends how small the coin is, or when it's on its side, or.
Right.
And did you see? I found a silver hammered coin.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, it's still unbelievable. I found it. I'm living in an area where there's the sea edge. The sea recovered the land many times throughout the centuries here. So some places have thick sea clay on top of it, like sometimes 10 feet, sometimes 20 feet. And it's hard to discover good places around here.
I'm not going to find anything that old. I think our history here only goes back maybe 200 years. So
I know.
I have to be happy with. I have to be happy with 50-year-old stuff, so to speak.
You are dreaming of colonial things to find. I'm dreaming to find Roman or Celtic.
Right.
Or perhaps old Germanic, German things, or Celtic things are not the same as Germanic. Hoe noem je dat, Patrick? Germanisch.
German.
Nee. Dat voor de Duitsers was. Verdik me. Hoe noem je dat nou?
All right, Tracking Treasures is here, and she already has a question. from Jose, who just got his bounty hunter yesterday or today. He's got a bounty hunter Lone Star. Anyway, his question is, if you do not have a pinpointer, how do you proceed? Just going to all the dirt?
Yeah, with the 80 Pro it's simple. The 80 Pro says how deep it lays, and just how do you call it? In the front of your car. Your car, what in the front?
Right, I have one right here, and I know what your answer is going to be.
The third in your double D, in between the double D.
Right here.
Yeah, that's the hole where the find is. About there. So you're gonna stick it about 20 centimeters around, or what is that? 10 inches.
Yeah, this is a 9 by 11, but I think what he's asking is, you dig it up, you turn it over, and then you run your coil over it.
Yeah.
Until you find the area. Then you can start picking up dirt clods and run it in front of or below it or above it, and it'll ring. And if it doesn't ring, then throw that dirt clod back in the hole. Well, first of all, you dig your hole, you run it over, you run the wand over it again. And once you don't have any more noise coming out of the hole, that means you dug it up.
Yep.
And then you start taking dirt and run it above or below the wand, and if it doesn't ring, throw it in the hole.
Yep.
And then you just keep going through that process till it rings, and then you know, okay, I got whatever it was right here in my hand.
And I had a plastic shovel, a hard plastic shovel.
I've been thinking about doing that too. That's a really good idea.
So you won't damage your finds.
Well, not only that, you can run your shovel with a
without
loaded dirt through it. Yeah, that's a pretty easy way to do it, I think. From what I've watched all you guys do, because I didn't figure that out on my own.
When I didn't have a pinpointer, I divided the clump in two, and then left or right, and then right was, and then I split it up again in half, and so you get smaller bits, so you find your find faster.
With the wand on the with the detector, right?
With the wand on the detector?
Yeah. Such as this again.
Ja.
Ik bedoel dat je hem naast je legt en dat je dan telkens die blokjes er voorheen haalt.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
And this is what I used. Plastic shovel. Hard plastic.
For me, it's no use here with all the thick clay.
Yeah, but I dig the hole first and then I use this.
Right. Yeah, that's for digging down a little bit deeper.
Yeah, and in your part that you got out of the hole, you can dig in it and use this in front of your detector.
Or over the top of it.
Yeah.
And I see lots of people digging with those army shovels, those China-made ones, and they keep breaking. And I have an old French army shovel, and it's from the 60s, and it's still working good.
Do you have the pick on the back of yours?
No, sir.
That's what I'm trying to find. I have one of those army shovels that folds up, available, but it doesn't have the pick, so I think I'm going to be in the hunt for one of those with the pick on the backside.
I've seen them on eBay, but they go up to 50 or 80 euros.
Really? I'll bet I'll find one.
The
Figure it out.
real Dutch army shovels, the real strong ones. I just sent one to Arjan. You know him as well, and he uses it all day. And they're about 15 euros here. The real Dutch military shovels.
Oh, I forgot to ask one thing, Danny. Where are you from?
I'm from the northeast of the Dutch of the Netherlands. It's called Groningen.
Okay. And Patrick, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm also Dutch, and I'm from the east of Holland.
And I'm NT8, and I'm from Council Bluffs, Iowa. And Tracking Treasures is in the United States, and she's in Illinois. And she doesn't have a real good mic, so any questions that you have to ask, please post them, and I will get an answer from her, because I also have her on Skype. So she will give me her answers via that way.
Okay, I saw that the mic was turned off.
Yeah, that's because she doesn't have a real good mic. And she picks up a lot of background noise when she does that, so no big deal. I shouldn't say I had her on Skype. I've got her on Google Talk. Oops, sorry about that.
You mean the chat part?
But whatever it takes, we will figure it out. I invited Pond Guru in and never got an answer from him. Also Always Detecting, and didn't get an answer from her. And a bunch of other guys I tried to invite in, and I never got answers from them. So
I only saw it in the last 20 minutes.
no big deal. No big deal. We will persevere on this. And we got another question. Oh.
I just posted it to 132 people.
Okay. JD3253 asks, oh, and if you guys don't know, you can click on if you mouse over the left side of your screen,
Yeah, I have it in front
you
of
can
me.
click on the Q&A box, and then you can see the questions. Do you think it's worth getting the AccuFind pinpointer, which is this,
Nope.
or just go straight to the Garrett one? Would I have bought that pointer separate from the kit you got? Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm actually going to demonstrate this for you. I thought, when I looked it up, I was like, okay, to buy this straight out is $70, 70 USD. So I thought, okay, I'll spend the extra 20, and you get this noise, and then you turn it just where the noise quits, and then when you find something, it's like that. However, check this out. It doesn't pick it up until it's on the side scan, till it's within an inch. So, to be quite honest, if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have bought this. I mean, I wouldn't have picked out the option 2. I got mine from Kellyco, and I actually even called them up and I said, I really don't want that AccuFind, and I don't want all the rest of the bullshit. You can keep the bag, you can keep all the rest of the crap. Just send me the metal detector, the AT Pro, and send me a Garrett pinpointer. And they actually said, well, best deal I can give you is $694. So it was $100 more. Actually, $80 more than option 2. So I was just like, Okay, fine. I'll go the cheap way and I'll start out. At least I have a pinpointer. If that helps solve any questions on that.
Yeah, I don't like the cheap ones. You really need to get a carrot pinpointer if you really want a good one.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, and for us in Europe we have two kinds. That's what I said last time. We have the Garrett and we have the Nocta RS.
I use Nocta.
Yeah, the Nocta is I think even a little bit stronger than the Garrett one.
But the switch on it is rubbish. I have to MacGyver switch it.
Yeah, you can change the switch.
Yeah, but I made an external switch on it. I used an old micro switch from a microwave oven.
Yeah.
And now the knob is on the side. Yeah, my pinpointer is in my car, but it's on the side instead of on the top. And I only have to press it, and it goes. And when I let go, it's off.
Yeah.
So honestly, that's my. These guys are backing that up. Don't waste your time on that AccuFind.
Don't buy crap.
Say that again.
Don't buy crap. Don't buy cheap ones.
Well, the way I look at it is, well, at least I have something.
I didn't use a pinpointer at all. I don't use it. For some people it's easier, but I'm working without it, so.
It depends on what kind of soil you dig. If you have thick sea clay, it helps.
Yeah, it helps. But we don't have the thick clay ground here, so.
You have more sandy ground, eh?
Yeah.
And that says, oh yeah, I really need a pinpointer. I don't know if that's in jest or not. But no worries.
Or you can hire somebody to point it to him.
I was one time thinking of those detecting machines for on the walls for the electricity.
Yes.
Yeah, those aren't too expensive, and if you're a bit handy, you can modify them and use them as a pinpointer, or as a cheap one.
Yep.
Well, that's the other thing I bought. I thought about the AccuFind. I was like, well, at least I can find the studs. I just got to run the tip around the walls, and then I can go, oh, there's one. I got to where the tail is. You guys keep it rolling. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Patrick.
Yeah.
My house is a mess, man. 3 days already. They've been busy with like sometimes up to 10 men.
Oh, you have the builders there.
Yeah, my bathroom, my toilet. I'll make a short video about it.
Yeah.
But it's looking good. But I would be glad when they leave.
I just came back home, man. Before the hangout.
You worked all day.
No. I don't work yet. Next week, Monday, I start again.
Okay. Your back is a bit better?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I feel it a little bit, but it goes.
Good for you.
I have had fitness a lot today and yesterday.
I don't do fitness. I do a lot of detecting, but not for these weeks. All my fields are full with seeds. And I've got a new little gadget.
Oh, you got yeah, I know.
A drone.
Yeah, the drone.
Yesterday I flew it in the dark, first time. The 10th time I flew it, and it went out of range, and it flew away, and I saw it drop out of the sky. It fell out of the sky. It was almost up 100 meters, at my guess. It was the smallest that I ever seen.
Yeah.
And I ran after it. I was afraid to lose it, and on the top of a house, on the roof, or in a garden. No, it was lying on the road waiting for me. I was so happy finding it again. Tom, I was just telling Patrick, I've bought a small drone,
Yes.
and it says onboard camera, and I was testing it yesterday evening in the dark, and it was out of control, out of range, and wow, I didn't run for so hard in a long time, but I found it within 2-3 minutes.
I would like to get into that, but
You can.
I weighed out metal detector or a quadcopter.
Yeah, but these are so cheap, you won't believe it. The technology that goes into these, and you have the one and the controller in US dollars. It was $50 about, and I bought it from Banggood in China, and it came. It was the first time ever.
Does it shoot high def?
No, those are about $20-30 more expensive.
Okay, see, that's the other thing. I've already progressed into HD, so I'm gonna stay there. I'm not gonna go backwards in.
Yeah, I know, but it's just for fun, this one. And if I can fly this one properly, perhaps I will upgrade to a bit better one in the future. But then I'll have to find some more good coins.
Oh, something else I wanted to teach Patrick and Danny. You're here. I would like you guys to hover over the left side of your screen and find the Google Hangout toolbox.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, if you
I
click
forgot
on
it. I forgot it. I know it, but I forgot it.
and then you click on the circle with the man in the middle,
Yeah, I know it.
you can type your name in there, and that will create a banner, and it's going to look backwards to you. There you go. But
Okay.
anybody that views this will be able to find your channel. So put your channel, your YouTube channel name in there, and then they can come find you.
Okay, I've never done this before. Patrick, kun je me even helpen? Dus ik moet op die toolbox klikken. En dan...
Heb je die er al in staan?
Yeah, go ahead and go to Dutch. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that, guys.
Sorry.
No. It's perfectly fine, dude.
Als jij die toolbox, heb jij de laatste keer al gedownload?
Nee, nog niet. Hij gaat hem nu pakken.
Oké.
App downloaden staat er.
Als je hem hebt, dan moet je het maar zeggen.
I'm getting there. I have to apply. En nou krijg ik aan de rechterkant die Hangout toolbox.
Ja, heb je die er nou voor staan?
Ja.
Hangout toolbox, dan klik je daarop.
Ja, waar hij staat al open rechts.
There, you got it.
Oké.
No, you don't. No,
En dan aan de rechterzijde.
I'm sorry.
Aan de rechterzijde heb je Hangout toolbox staan. Zie je al die dingen erbovenin staan?
Ja, en dan in comment tracker.
Nee, en dan zie je bovenin zo'n poppetje in zo'n rondje.
Ja.
Ja, daar klik je op. En als het goed is, staat jouw naam er al in.
Lower third, Mr. Crebinet, enter tagline, choose logo, color.
En dan doe je daar gewoon on. Er staat nou off en dan doe je on.
Okay, here I am. Thank you very much.
Yep, dat is hem.
Yay, you got it.
Whee! I'm a bit of a nerd sometimes with computers.
Don't worry about it, dude. That's one of the reasons I wanted to help you guys out. Okay, I got a new question for you. It's from Jose again. He's got the Bounty Hunter Lone Star. I don't know who can answer this. He has some beaches with really dark sand, and that means high iron content. how do you proceed there with the Bounty Hunter Lone Star? If you can answer that, fine. If not, well, I don't know. The AT Pro's got that ground
balancing.
Ground balancing.
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive that that Bounty Hunter's got to have something similar.
I think you with the Bounty Hunters, I think you must. There's a. I don't know if it's with push buttons or it's turning knobs on it.
Jose, look in your instruction book and try and find what do we call that? Ground balancing?
Yeah, ground balancing.
Yeah, ground balancing. That's the key word, Jose. Like I said, he just got that yesterday or today, and I tried to steer him to the AT Pro because it's doable.
Bounty Hunter. Which one was it? Bounty Hunter Lone Star.
Yes. But I tried looking stuff up on YouTube today, and there weren't a lot of instructional videos. Jet, do you have an answer for that? I know you're probably like me. You don't have that metallic iron-based soil. Jose does, I'm telling you. He's shown it to me. But I think these guys will be able to figure it out if they can find any info on it.
Try this one in the chat, Thomas.
In the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, damn it. Okay, Jose, I'm going to send you this link.
This guy has lots of stuff about bounty hunters and other metal detectors.
But see, this is exactly how I wanted this to be. Is if I couldn't get any big guys in that know the stuff, then it's gonna be kind of like how I started with motovlogging. We just kind of figured it out as we went along.
Yeah.
We talked to each other, and that's how we figured it out. So.
Did you have some help from Diane already with your metal detector?
Yes, I did. Not with my actual one, and she had the Garrett Infinium when I watched her, and she explained it, and then it had knobs and stuff, and I'm like, well, the AT Pro doesn't have none of that, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. So
it's really different. The Infinium is a pulse detector, not a normal detector.
Right. So no big deal. I'm going to hook up with her. We were going to hook up this past weekend, but we had tornadoes and all that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I was just like, nah, I don't think I'm going to go over there.
We don't have that problem here.
You're lucky.
We just have rain and sometimes a little bit of wind, and that's all.
Yeah, and you forget we're sinking all the time.
Yeah.
There was once a short documentary about they wanted to undermine the soil of Holland, and make it afloat, adrift, like an island. That
Okay,
was,
Jose, the other, an answer from Jet, or Tracking Treasure, which she has the bounty hunter. She says she has the small coil that helps see through that type of soil. So I hope that helps you in some way. I don't know the answer to that,
But it's really a ground balancing point.
yeah, look for that ground balancing. See if it can do that. But I don't blame anybody for going, well, geez, oh man, I'm not going to go out and spend that kind of money on a metal detector, because I hem-hawed that for a long time until I met Diane, and then I was like, yep, she sold me. I'm done. I'm going to get that.
I'm a bit playing around. I just unpackaged headlight. My works lamp.
Where are you going to wear those? On your hat?
I don't know. The junkie sent it to me. Louis. He's from Upper New York State.
I don't know him.
He's a good man. Patrick, you know a junkie? The junkie?
No.
No. Yeah, he's a good guy. Shall I put it in the chat? Is a link?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Even kijken.
I just read about Lone Star. It's decent on beaches. It's not good. It's decent.
Is it waterproof?
The coil is.
Okay, but the head isn't.
No.
Okay, Jose, so no diving with that, but you can go out and scan the beaches. Uh-oh. Jet says, looking at Lone Star, it doesn't have a ground track button like hers does.
No.
He has the Pioneer 505, by the way.
It's built in.
In the,
Yeah, but it doesn't balance on ground. It's just a light balance. When you have the 80 Pro, it's a big balance. You have big balance points, and with his detector, you don't have that much. It's automatic, but not much.
okay, well, see, this is the stuff even I don't, well, I shouldn't say even, I'm just saying I don't understand it all at all, because I'm just starting out too. But by virtue of being a motovlogger and then starting into this, there's been a few that have decided to get into this. So that's why I thought, well, let me see if I can get some guys in, and maybe we can answer some questions on it. So, awesome info, guys. Appreciate both of you coming in.
No problem.
Danny.
Yes.
This is maybe a question for you. What difference does the coils make on the detectors? Seen a lot change them out from the stock one that comes with them.
Again, sorry?
Kijk mijn Q&A.
Q&A. Yep.
Q&A.
Hi, DJ. Thanks for coming. Don't mind me. I'm trying to catch up on these.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It depends. It depends on the coil. With my experience, the normal coil doesn't pinpoint that well as a double D coil, and the double D goes a bit deeper.
And smaller coils are for grounds with more waste in it, with more metal waste.
I can show my double D coil because I have it right here, and maybe you guys can explain it to him.
It goes around in 2 loops.
One here, one here. That's the double D, right?
Yep.
It's like 2 eclipse. How do I say it? If you got 2 circles, they overlap in each other, and this area is for the pinpointing. And the surrounding area, that picks up the magnetic field of the other relic or find.
Which is this on mine.
Yep.
So when I look down the shaft, there's 3 holes, and this is where the pinpointer is.
Yeah.
Okay. Just try to make that a little bit easier.
Marker.
Because I remember I struggled with it also at first. But then the AT Pro's got the pinpointer where you just push the button and move it around, and then it locks in, and you can pretty much go, okay, I need to dig right there. And then move it and keep your eye on that spot.
And it's better to make the hole a little bit bigger than too small.
Right.
Because if it's a big piece, you can hit it with a shovel. You don't do that. I've had that experience, so.
Okay, Jet's got a question for you. How much difference, Jet is tracking treasures. How much difference does the size of the coil make, like 8 inches versus 10 inches? And I can't answer that. That's up to you guys to answer.
I can't answer that too. Sorry, I'm using a 12-inch.
When you get the smaller coils, it's for more mineralization in the ground.
Such as gold nuggets?
Yeah, smaller pieces.
That's kind of what I thought too. But
it's for smaller pieces, and it's for going a little bit deeper on a small point. It goes deeper than the big coils. I have problems with the word coil. I can't pronounce it.
Wat ga je zeggen dan?
Say koi.
Coil.
Yeah, coil.
Coil.
There you go. You got it right there. Jet says thank you.
No problem.
I really love the coil that she runs because she's producing with that big time, and I'm out there just struggling. I dig and then I lose it, and I'm like, where'd it go? I pull all this shit up and I can't find it. And I lost the ringer-dinger on it.
I've put a comment in your video. I've seen something that's not good to do when you're metal detecting. You have your boots on, your motor boots.
Yeah.
Look on top, on front of your motor boot. What is on it?
Metal clips, yes.
Okay, don't do that. That is what you hear. That is when you lost.
Not.
That is what you lost the signal. Yeah, it is. I had my working boots on. That is everything. I dig and I dig and I dig and I can't find. It was the first time I was out with a detector. I had my working boots on. Every time I got a signal, I dig and there's nothing in it. And it's from my working boots.
Okay.
And you have the same with on the point of your motor boots. I know those motor boots. So it's a piece of aluminium or RVS.
Stainless.
Yeah, stainless.
Okay, so Jet says, so would I be better using a small 4-inch coil like I have, or use a DD coil?
DD.
My opinion, a DD.
DD.
Well, there's no gold deposits in Illinois, so
Yeah, it's not only for gold, but it's it's more for smaller pieces, but you find it also with the DD core, and with the DD core you can go faster to a piece of land or something. With the small one is for gold nuggets on the beach, especially for coins or something, small things.
There's a question on my right now. Are you tomorrow online? From DG Verhulst.
DJ Verhulst.
Yeah.
That's a Dutch name.
Yeah.
He's from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
He and I have gotten along, or have been videoing for like 2 or 3 years together. So, yes, I'm online all the time, dude. You can get me on Skype. I got you on Skype, but every time you come on, it always says live, and I'm like, what the hell is that? But yeah, you can get me anytime, dude. Just ping me.
Ping.
Devin Mellon says, nice hangout you guys got going on here.
Thank you, sir.
I totally agree. I'm kind of struggling, and I'm having to pass it off to you guys because you know more about this than I do, but it's really nice to be able to interact with people that know what's going on, and we're actually helping a lot of other people out that are interested in this, so coolness. Now I'm getting dinged on my phone. Why am I getting dinged on my phone when I'm online? Let's see what this is. Oh, that's a different subject. More hot chicks. I don't have time for that.
It's probably one of the hot
I'm
chicks.
either motoing and digging up my boots.
And about here, I have a renovation of my house is going on, or the bathroom and the toilet and many things are getting retiled, etc. Plumbing into the walls, electricity into the walls, etc. And it's been hectic here for 3 days, and I can't wait to they be gone so I can get out again.
Okay, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
I'm putting something in the chat for you.
Okay, I'm going to the chat.
You can read that.
Ah, coolness. I will save that.
And then you can explain it to some other people also.
I actually have looked at this. Okay, Jet's going to take off. She has a video to render. But, Jet, I'm going to send you a link to this. I think I did last night when we were talking. And it explains the coils. Thanks, Patrick. I really appreciate that link.
Yeah, no problem.
I take so much in, and it's so hard to remember where all these links are. Jet says thank you.
Yep, no problem.
I think that's the neat part, and that's exactly how we're going to do this. We're going to make this work.
Because when did you put up the invitation for this chat?
I think she's probably already gone, dude.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah.
But when did you invite us for this hangout?
I invited everybody about 11 o'clock my time this morning. about 4 hours in advance.
I didn't get the notification till, yeah, what was it? A quarter to 10.
No, you got it from me.
Okay,
You got it from me. I sent you the invitation.
okay, thank you. And once up on a time, a long time ago, I used also a metal detector when I was 16. And on the first day I got out with it, it was one cheap one from Tandy or Radio Shack. Does Radio Shack still exist in America?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the cheaper one, the $50 version. You know, the one that beeps all the time in your ear, that makes you deaf. Yeah, and I found a live hand grenade.
That's what I hear other people say about my videos when I'm metal detecting. They're like, oh, that's too loud. Because, well, I use a GoPro on mine. I hope you can see that. And then I've got it pointed right down the shaft.
Wat zit je net te lachen, Patrick?
Ja, die opmerking, down the shaft.
Oh, Patrick is a bit frisky. That's the right word, I think.
Well, I had all this planned, so to speak. I was like, well, if I get into metal detecting, I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I watch a lot of the metal detectors, and they're always trying to use like an SLR camera or a handy cam, and they go in to show what they want to show, and it never focuses. So I honestly believe these action cams, and I'm going to go ahead and put that video up.
One moment, Tom. DJ Verhulst is trying to join us, and he says, I tried to join, install the plug-in, but can't speak, and you can't see me. Patrick?
Ik stuur hem wel even een linkje. I sent him the link.
Okay. DJ, I'll send it to you on Skype, all right? How's that for you?
I can, that can.
I've got him on Skype.
Okay.
I think.
And I see the Navy flag behind you. Were you in the Navy?
Yes, I'm retired from the Navy.
And what was your position in the Navy?
You know what a bosun mate is?
A boatsman?
Boatswain's mate?
No, not exactly.
I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Oh yeah, no,
I did everything on the
deck.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Een boatsman, of niet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm right. A boatsman, you call them. Here.
TJ, now I can't find you on Skype, dude.
We had army drafts here.
I sent him the link via YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you tried to join, and there he is.
We have another question from JD3253. I've been interested in metal detecting but don't have any gear. I've been looking online and don't want to buy junk but want to stay reasonable. Do any of you guys have any experience with Garrett H350? Would that be a good detector to get? As far as I've seen, the 350 is a very good machine.
It's a really good machine. For a starter, it's a good machine.
However, keep in mind, are you looking for all weather?
Yeah, that's it. That's why I buy my 80 Pro for the weather.
That's exactly the reason I got mine.
When I went out buying a detector, I had to choose between the 80 Pro and the M6. They were in the same price range here, because they are a bit expensive, more expensive than in America and other countries here. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. But I didn't like the 80 Pro, the headset, the connector.
That is the connector is because it's waterproof. They made another connector.
Yeah, I know, but if you want to buy another headset, you're stuck with the Garrett headset.
No.
You can't do it yourself.
No, you have other headsets, and you can do it yourself.
Okay.
You can wire it.
And I saw many clips on YouTube where the armrest always broke off.
I've seen that, but I know why that happens. People throw them on the ground.
Yeah, also, yeah.
That's the problem.
Be right back. I gotta let the dog out.
Yeah.
Ooh, let the dog out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry hoor.
Ik ben hem eet aan het maken, hoor.
Eten? Ja, nou, dat moet ook gebeuren. Ik ga zo direct een bakje thee zetten.
I'm hungry.
I tell you one thing that I'm disappointed in with the Garrett is the standoffs for setting it on the ground. I want to lengthen that, and I'm going to do that.
Why would you do that, sir?
Because I have that camera mounted right here, and I've got it on a swivel. So I want to set it down like right next to the hole, and then I rotate the camera, and I can get a picture, I can get video of me digging it.
I see.
Instead of having 2 or 3 different cameras, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it doesn't make lots of sense to me. I only use a smartphone for filming.
Right, I understand that, but
it gives good picture and good sound, but it hasn't got autofocus on it.
and that's the scary part right there.
Yeah, I don't mind. I always show my finds, and then right after it I put in a frame of the clean find.
Sometimes when you find something, you can. I didn't do it myself, but you can make a picture of it when you find it and put it in later when you make the video.
But I was just telling it, Tom. My camera doesn't autofocus. So
That's probably a good thing, that no autofocus. So
I can put in on a magnifying lens and then flip it.
you just check out some of my videos where I'm doing this, and you're gonna see. You're gonna see the difference.
You know these little postage lenses?
Yes.
Yeah. What I do, I take my phone and then I put it on with a rubber band, and so when I need to focus close, I just flip the lens.
Ik ben mijn loop aan het zoeken, maar ik kan hem niet vinden.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before.
I got the tip from Hortfinder NL.
But no worries. You do it your way, I'll do it mine, and
Booga
it
booga
all
boo.
works. Oh my God, look at him. He's
Ah.
totally honest.
Ik kan mijn loop niet vinden, anders had ik het kunnen laten zien op de webcam.
You must make some fun sometimes.
No worries.
And
Kun je niet zien.
Wat kunnen we niet zien? What can't we see?
Kogel.
The bullet.
Yeah.
And Tom, have you been in an active war, if I may ask?
Yes.
And which one? Yeah, sorry to ask.
No, it's not a big deal. It just makes me have to go back and recount everything. Remember the Panama invasion
Yeah,
back in 1989?
I've heard of that. It was very
I was
violent.
there. The Balkans.
Ja, nu zien we hem, Patrick.
What do you got there, dude?
A 20
Bullet.
millimeter.
50.
20 millimeters.
50, 50.
Yeah, I see the 20 millimeter now. Yeah.
50. 50 millimeters.
No, 20.
Well, 20. Sorry. Sorry.
I was over in the Adriatic Sea, and we were firing missiles into the former Yugoslavia. Then I was in the Persian Gulf for round 2. But I was always on the ship except for Panama. I was on the ground. Yeah, man, I'd love to go back down there now and metal detect. That would be friggin' awesome. Because I know right where to go where I got shot at.
We have a lot of Second World War here, but I'm not so into that because my bad experience when I was 16 with finding a hand grenade, that scared me a bit. And there's so much dangerous stuff in the ground still.
Unexploded ordnance.
Yep. About 2 months ago, I went to Germany to my spot there, and I dug up a 50 cal, and it had a blue tip on it, and I didn't know what it was, and I put it in my bag and took it home. And later on, somebody told me get rid of that thing or put it in water because it's a tracer.
Yeah. And if you find a red tip, that's
Explosive.
No. The red tip is radioactive. What do they call that? Yeah, whatever. Just trust me on that.
Hot bullet.
US munition and it's red tipped. That's what it is. All right, Vec B&E's got a question. He says, "Are you better with the detector that just gives sound, or the one like the Garrett AT Pro that have a digital display and sound?" I think that's a really good question.
That's for everybody is different. For me, it's I can work with both, but it's easy to work with the Garrett AT Pro because you see what you find, and with the sound, you can't see what you find.
I have different
because every little thing, like pull tabs or silver or gold, has its own number range on the AT Pro. And with sounds, you only have the sound. You must guess what it is. So you must dig it always. Not always, but you know what I mean.
I use both.
What I do is I wand, and I've tuned my ear to going, okay, that's a bullshit signal, that's a bullshit signal, but then when I get a high one, then I look at the display to see how high it is, and then I narrow that down and I try to lock it in, and then I dig. So, yeah, I use both also.
But the hammered coin I found gave a signal like a little piece of aluminum foil from a bubblegum wrapping or something. And I mostly don't dig those signals because I dug 1,000 holes and 999 were trash. But now I'm glad I dug the signal and I found it, the hammer.
At first I digged on the numbers and on the signal, but now I almost dig everything.
You just gotta dig everything. That's the best thing to do.
Best way to do it.
That's what everybody else says too. If it rings, dig it. And I'm like, oh my God.
But if you don't dig it, what's in it?
Can you dig that?
Maybe it's an old metal or an old bullet or something. You know what I mean?
But do you dig a signal with that comes out at 35?
Yep.
Patrick.
Yeah. When I'm on the beach, on the beach I dig everything, and on land I usually, when it's in the 40s, I dig it.
Okay. That's a really good answer. I appreciate that.
And
I totally appreciate that because I go through it and I go, nah, I'm not digging that.
I only don't dig the real consistent iron signals and those who are bigger with the coil movement when you pinpoint it. So if it's more than 30 centimeters movement with my coil, I'm almost sure it must be a big piece of iron or a horseshoe or something like that. That's my experience with my machine. And the VDI is not the same as on the 80 Pro. The white has different numbers. It goes from minus 100 up to 100 plus, but everything under 0 is metal. At least that's what it says.
Okay.
And my
you have a ton of opportunity to find good stuff, but over here we don't have the history of what you guys got over there.
But
I kind of am a chicken shit about that.
But I wish I could dig over there.
Silver and gold.
It's better. You have more coins, coins that are more worth than here. When you find an old coin of about 1883 over here, it's worth nothing. And when you find a coin in America from that age, it's worth a lot of money, and here it's not.
That's an interesting point I never thought about. Yeah, I understand that.
That's because we have so many of history in the ground. It's too much. Then it's not worth anything, or it's good to find. It's nice to find, but when it's worth anything, it's okay also.
Well, so far I've only found 1 penny, and the rest of it's been a bunch of junk, so I find it humorous.
Don't you have a local library? Tom, do you have a local library?
Yes, I do.
Go in the library.
Do some research on old home sites or old park.
Oh, I know about that. I've got the map overlays where you can overlay the 1800 map over the top of the current. I've already done that, and between 1800 and say 1930, the river has changed so much that it's pretty difficult. There's a lot of weighing the options here on my end. But right now, I'm just trying to I'm trying to get this thing figured out.
I'll put a link in the chat. That's a map that I can use. And Patrick, this one you can use also, perhaps.
Okay.
This is only one of a couple of links of sites I use to get information on areas.
There we go.
And it will keep you busy for a long time when you want to look all interesting things up only on this one.
Sorry, ik probeer Wessie erin te krijgen, hoor. Die wil er ook in.
Pa, hij wil er altijd in, hè? Vies mannetje, die Wesley.
Alright, I got that site saved.
And I think it covers most of Europe.
Yeah.
But I even went to the museum here in Groningen to a curator, and I showed him all my finds, but he wasn't that impressed. But and he denied that there was once a monastery there where I looked, but I know 100% sure that there was a monastery there where I'm looking, and it was founded in the early 1200s, I think.
All right, guys. Go to the Q&A. This one's for you guys because I can't answer it.
Can you dig from everywhere, or do you need landowner permits to look items from ground? I'm in Finland, so maybe same rules here than in Netherlands. That's from the Guinness, of the Guinness. We have to ask permission from the ground owners, because otherwise it would be illegal. And in the law it says you can't dig deeper than 30 centimeters or look for old relics. So when you're...
centimeters, sorry. 60 centimeters.
60 centimeters, sorry. I thought it was 20-30 centimeters, because underneath a certain layer there are more important history things. So the government told us not to do that, but it's a twilight zone. If you don't dig in areas where there are many bombs, then they will let you go. And if there's somebody, a forest ranger, for example, that says you can't dig here, then you say, I lost my keys. So
Okay. Let me ask a follow-on question to that. If they give you permission to dig and you find something, do they have a law there that says, okay, you can dig, but whatever you find, we have to see, and then we will split any money that you make off of that?
It depends on what you agreed on with the landowner in vocal. But if you want to, you can also do it in writing. But we don't do that here in Holland, almost.
Okay.
We go up to a farmer, so we know the location we want to dig. Then we try to find the landowner, and then we try to get the permission. And if we find finds, then we show them mostly, if they like to see them. Yeah, but if they don't give any interest at all, then I won't show them. But I always show my finds when I see those farmers or people or landowners, and then I give them to them if they want to.
It really depends on the landowner himself.
And with the coin I found, yeah, sorry to say, but I'm not a wealthy man, and the farmer doesn't mind.
Okay, TTG says thanks, good answers, with a smiley face.
And listen, if you want to know the rules of your country and the area you live in, search on the website from your country and from the, yeah, how do you call that? Hoe zeg je gemeente in het Engels?
Council?
Yeah, the council. Search in the council website how the rules are for metal detecting. Or you can ask them, send them a mail. That's the best thing you can do. But in every country it's different.
In some countries here in Europe, you aren't allowed to dig.
Or you need a permit.
Yeah. In Sweden, you need a permit, as far as I know. And in Slovakia, you can't detect at all.
Okay, so, Jose says thanks to everybody. Been very helpful, and he's going now, of course, to go do detecting.
And
Excellent, Jose.
And we have a new question.
Have fun, man, Jose. Good luck and happy hunting.
Bye-bye. And we have a new question about multi-frequency detectors, if they are better than single. And I don't have experience with that, but as far as I've seen, they must be better, because you can rule out other things with it. I don't know how to explain it, but Patrick, maybe you know?
And that is, I have an additional question to Patrick, specifically for the AT Pro. Do I have a function on this thing where I can change frequencies?
Yeah, your level. You have levels in it from
Right.
0 to 4, and that are different frequency levels.
Okay.
You have 4 different frequency levels.
Hello, hello.
Hello!
Hey, Westy!
Westy VB, thank you.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
How
I'm
you
new to
looking?
this, and I'm a dumbass, so please don't take anything I say as knowledgeable.
So how have you guys been doing?
Yeah, good. Good, very good.
Okay.
You're looking
How's-
a bit more awake than last time.
Yeah, I had a day off today, so.
And no crazy cats in the neighborhood?
No, the cat healed up and I kicked him out of the house, so he's not gonna bother me again.
And we
Hey.
have
Question for you. Where are you from?
I'm from Holland.
Holland. All right, cool.
Yep.
You guys are getting introduced to a whole new range of people that they're probably not watching now, but they will watch later on.
Mhm.
And if you go to your toolbox and put your YouTube channel in there,
Yeah.
with a little banner underneath.
Yep.
Net zoals we laatst hebben gedaan met die naam onderin.
Got it.
And I'll let you guys hobble in Hollandese.
No, he knows it. He knows how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a question from KS Todd. If the metal detector still works, use it and get a pinpointer.
I currently only have an old Fisher 1210X, which I don't know what that is. Would guys recommend getting a new detector or a pinpointer first, since I am a one piece at a time type of budget?
No,
I am too, dude. I am too.
That's what I said. Use the detector if it's good. If it works, it's okay. Then use that detector and get a pinpointer. Detectors are expensive if you need a good one. And a Fisher is a really good detector. Doesn't matter if it's old or new.
Good answer, bro. Great answer. That is fantastic answer. Because plus, Todd, I don't know if you saw it before, you can always use your metal detector and you can pick up a handful of dirt and run it above and below the wand at the bottom of your detector. And you can sort of use that as a pinpointer. But it's a lot easier to have a pinpointer.
Thomas, where's your coil cover? The cover from your that you put on the coil. Where is it, Thomas?
Say that again.
The cover that you put on the coil.
I don't have a cover on mine. Mine doesn't need one.
You really need to put a cover on it. You
No,
get it.
I'm gonna buy the smaller one eventually. So.
Okay. But when you normally when you get the package from Garrett, the cover is in it.
They didn't give me one on my package deal.
Yeah, I haven't got one myself too, so I don't really worry about it getting scratched, and it's made to do that.
Yeah, but you can keep it longer.
I'll dip it in plastic coat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Plastic coat, plastic dip.
I'm serious. I will do that. I've done that on bike parts, motorcycle parts.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know this for detecting, but I don't know if you know this bike, Thomas. It's in Dutch, but you know what bike it is. But in the chat, what do you think of that bike?
I'm looking.
It's in Dutch, but you know what bike it is, I think.
Looks like a Yammer hammer. Yep.
Yeah.
XT600. They don't sell those over here, but I think that's an excellent looking bike, dude.
Yeah, I want to buy that one.
It needs a skid plate. That one does, but
yeah, there is a skid racket on it, but it's not that big.
then all you have to do is add the boxes, and then you can disassemble your AT Pro and put it in the back, in the box.
Yeah.
And you can ride out like I'm going to do. I haven't done that video yet. I'm going to do that video as to how I'm going to be able to break mine down.
I wanted to make a hole on the side. Do you know the holders for the brooms? Where you put the brooms in?
Yes.
I want to use that holders for on the side of the bike. Then you put the detector on it.
I don't know about that idea. You go down, you may snap that sumbitch off.
Yeah, I know. But we don't have that many hills and other stuff like you over there. It's flatland here.
We live in the Dutch mountains.
Where there are no mountains.
All right, VecPNE wants to know, what is the difference between a weighting coil and a regular coil? I don't know what a weighting coil is.
Yeah.
I know what he means, but the regular coil, the cheaper ones aren't waterproof, but the other ones are waterproof. So the ones that are waterproof you can use for weighting.
Oh, he means like that, yeah.
Ja, baat, net zoals in het gewaad.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you always gotta check if you're gonna buy a new coil or you're gonna buy a new package with a metal detector. Always check if it's if it's usable in water. And the real big difference about it is, I don't think it really has a big difference, other than it can go underwater.
And the 80 Pro, that is purely for underwater. For underwater and in water and on land. And so the 80 Pro is a great machine for on land and in water.
Exactly.
It's an all-terrain, just like the bike you just sent me a photo of.
Yeah.
It's made to go everywhere. That's why it was
Not
like
a street bike.
that was the perfect fit for me.
Yeah.
Okay, TTG's got another one for you. Here in Finland, people find mostly Iron Age items. I don't have any detector, but should study and maybe buy one later.
Study what you want to buy.
Yeah, study what you want to buy and study the areas around you, and then make a decision. Maybe rent one first before you actually buy one. And yeah, if you like it, you can always buy one.
Yeah, that's what I did. I rented them all. I rented one and different ones. So, and that's how I came to the 80 Pro.
Yeah, and you can feel what's the best detector for you, because there are so many detectors out there. You really gotta have a feeling with a detector before you can decide if you want to buy it.
And excuse me, there's a bit of a nasty comment. Was there?
No, that's
I deleted him right off the bat. I know who he is.
And I know him too, so.
He's a little fucking scumbag that. He's a troll. He's saying, "Who comes trip trapping over my bridge?"
Oh, it's somebody that sounds like this.
Yes, exactly. He's a fart in a fucking windstorm. He thinks he's a moto vlogger, but yet he doesn't even have a running bike. So, yeah, okay, whatever. But we'll get off that.
And now we are all getting trolled by him.
Well, that's easy. You see his name come up again, just block him and be done with it. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard it from Super Drew, but someone actually took his videos, copied them, and posted it on a different YouTube channel, and he did it with hundreds of videos, and yeah, he eventually.
I've seen that channel. I know what channel it is.
Yeah, that's just horrible.
He had a video from me too, so.
Yeah, I've seen it on his Facebook.
Oh.
And there's always gonna be trolls out there. I mean, recently I got one. Just block him and be done with it.
I like to read the comments, and especially I'm a subscriber from Southern Fried Tom, and I didn't know he did this.
Yeah, he's a little fucking dirtbag.
Should he be committed?
What he does, he's 18 and bulletproof. He's a fucking genius. He knows everything about everything. And if you don't believe me, just ask him. And if you still don't believe him, ask him again.
I use a magic globe for that sort of thing.
You know, I found one of those in the backyard yesterday with my Garrett AT Pro, which is, you know, my AT Pro is worth more than his broken fucking down bike.
man.
Oh yeah, guys, I will go there. Oh, Muzzle Mike is
Muzzle
sending
Mike.
all his trolls to me. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. That's one of my buddies. He's got my old bike. Muzzle Mike's a cool dude.
You got which bike you got now, Thomas?
I've got the BMW Certeo.
The GS is that?
Yeah, the oil leaking fucking pig.
Yeah. I wanted to buy that one first, but the guy that wanted to sell it to me said it's leaking off.
Only in the wintertime it leaks.
Yeah.
And
it's marking a spot.
I got a quick question for Wessie.
Yeah.
Did you see my hammer?
I have seen your hammer,
Yeah.
and I'm fucking jealous. Oh man.
You should come here next year, or after summer.
I will definitely do that.
You and Hortfinder and L are the first to get a run over that field.
Sweet.
But I've got 3 permissions like that.
Triple video.
I've got 3 permissions with monasteries on them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and a 4th one that is for common. That farmer is so relaxed, he lets everybody run over his field. Yeah, just dig and just close the holes, no problem.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And a couple of weeks ago, I got my 3rd monastery permission, and that farmer even allowed me to run over his field, even with the potato crops in it.
Yeah, some of them can be relaxed about it, and some of the farmers are really uptight about metal detecting because they're obviously scared that you find something important, and they're gonna shut down his field. And
I can see that if somebody found a live ordnance.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably would shut it down and then. Oh yeah, totally understand that.
Okay, Wessie, did you
Yeah.
and Mr. Krabby, did you see the article about a guy that found a gold heart here in the Netherlands?
No.
For a few weeks ago.
Gold heart. No, I haven't seen that.
I've heard something about it.
That guy has buy my metal detector.
Wow.
It's found with my old detector.
Nice.
You don't want to know how pissed I am. I didn't find that.
He found it close by to you.
Yeah, with my detector.
Oh man.
That I sold.
You have to try and ask him the location and try and look there.
I know where it is.
Well, all the gold is gone now.
Yeah.
There.
Go about 30 feet and there will be the chain.
And what did he find?
But I was really pissed.
But what kind of treasure did he find?
Only gold coins.
Only gold. Only.
Just a couple of gold coins.
Yeah.
Who cares?
In a vase. Big like this.
Yeah.
In the vase, zeg maar.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's rich.
It's worth about 20 million.
Safe.
Holy.
And he
crap.
found my detector, so I'm really pissed. And near me.
Yeah, you got the right to be pissed about it.
And he was a starter. He was just a starter.
Yeah, it's beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Is he going to get to keep it all?
No. I think he gets 30% of it.
30?
Yeah.
Ha.
But it's enough.
Yeah, 30 or 20 million, okay, but then you have to pay your income taxes.
45%.
Plus. Holy moly.
That's another good question.
What is?
Don't tell it that you find it.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
tell it.
That's exactly where I was going to go with that. I was just trying to figure out how to phrase it.
You know, that's something Deep Digger then made a video about. That
Right, I saw that video.
governments should change their laws.
Yeah.
Find the keeper.
Yeah, no, it's not finders keeper. They have to pay you a fair amount for what you found.
They do that.
No, that's not fair. They have to pay.
And then taxes come over it, and then you have 5% over.
Yeah.
But in every country, the taxes are different.
Then we have another interesting question.
How much does the moisture in the ground have to do with detection depth?
You two guys, Crabinay and Mr. Wesley van B, they have more moist in the ground than me, so they must answer it.
Yeah. Well, the moist in the ground. Yeah. How do I explain it? If the soil is wet, the signal can be bounced from the wet soil, but it also gives you a little bit more depth with the metal detector. So, and if you're on a really dry ground, the ground is really packed together. So your metal detector is gonna have more difficulty in deep treasure. That's basically it.
Yep.
Your experience. And it also depends on the machine you're using and the settings you're using.
Yep.
If it's also highly mineralized and it's very, very wet, I don't have good experience with that. Then I don't get that deep here in this soil, dirt, ground, clay where I dig.
And that's why the AT Pro is so good on that kind of ground.
Yeah, the AT Pro is a really great machine.
Yeah, AT Gold also, but
yeah. Yeah, that's a machine I really, really still want to have.
I looked at the AT Gold. I actually weighed it, but when it said it wasn't waterproof, I was like, all right, that's out.
It is waterproof. The Gold is waterproof.
Not from the videos I saw.
Yeah, the Gold is the same as the AT Pro.
Yeah.
Only the program in it is different.
And the international is also the same.
Yeah.
That was a great question, Vec P&E. And then TTG says, thanks for all the interesting talk here. Have to go now. It's 1 a.m. And he's going to bed, so. Night, TTG. Thanks, buddy.
Good night.
Coming on. Great questions.
Any more questions?
Well, I don't know. We got 4 viewers. Let me think. 1, 2. That might be just 4 of us. Yep, we just got another one. Another viewer. But yeah, anybody wants to come in, ask a question, I'm going to close this up here pretty soon. I'm going to give it 6 minutes. I'm going to close it 5 o'clock my time. That's 11 o'clock, I do believe, for you guys.
5 minutes. That's in 5 minutes for me. For us.
All right, here's another good question from Vec. Is there a way I can get more target information from a non-metered machine? Not quite sure what he means by a non-metered unless he's talking about the LCD display.
Yeah, but you have also the analog, on the old stereos, with the needle thing that goes left, right.
Right.
It just means without any meters on it, so only a tone. Probably in one signal also. I don't think so. You can get more information out of it then.
No, no, yeah, or you gotta be really trained in listening to the tone, because most of the time every tone is different on a analog machine. So that's the only way you can tell that something is in the ground.
I don't think I could go back to the analog stuff, which I consider a meter as being analog. It just might.
I could go back.
You have to dig everything then. But I found a bronze spear point and a bronze arrow point once with such a cheap machine.
Muzzle Mike just put words in my mouth. Swing arm. As far as a meter.
Yeah, swing arm, needle. I get a swing arm also after 4 or 6 hours with my machine.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm tired of swinging my arm, goddammit.
I don't have that problem. Eat more meat.
That's a good.
If I was a bird, I would fly around in circles to the left. My right side of my body, upper body, is more toned than the left side.
Here's a really good question. Have you made or improved any detecting gear from regular household items?
Yep.
JD 253.
I did once make a sand scoop. I don't know how they call it in English. You know, when you go out in a restaurant and they put the hot meals on top of it with candles underneath. En zo'n warmhoudding voor bij de Chinees, weet je wel?
Ja.
En dan het RVS steel.
Heating plate.
The heating plate for underneath the pots and pans. Anyways, it was a squared hole RVS steel thing, and I bent it and adjusted it so I could scoop sand with it.
Yeah, and
sorry.
I also have a couple of videos where I show making some grass cutting little shovels, and I've got the video about the electrolyte. How do you call it?
Electrolysis.
Yeah.
Electrolysis.
Electrolysis. Yeah. So yeah, you can always make your own stuff, I guess.
Like Mr. Navy Thomas with the shovel.
I'm not done with that yet.
I did that several times, and it works great. Make it sharp.
I'm going to do some more tomorrow. As a matter of fact, the stuff I cut off the sides, I'm going to take it down tomorrow, and I am actually going to weld reinforcements out of the stuff I cut off.
On the back.
On the back.
And you can, on the sides, you can make, in the edges, grooves in it. Yeah, and make it sharp. That's really nice to have. That's what I did. And I made different bags for myself for putting the findings in and
yep.
Stuff.
Yep.
I'm a dual sport rider. I'm used to building my own fixes.
Improvise.
Puzzle Mike says, cooling rack. Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
My God, Danny.
Sorry.
All right, guys. We're out of here.
Say bye-bye.
I want to thank you all for coming. I really appreciate this. Next Thursday, I will try to do this again, but I want to migrate this to like a Friday when people don't have to work the next morning.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Then it gets busier here.
But then again, everybody has different work schedules, so
Yeah.
Or no work schedule.
if you guys tag me on Google Plus or YouTube, I will be sure to get the info out for next week's. And hopefully we can get some biggies in, like Pond Guru and Always Detecting and people like that.
I hope Diane comes in.
If Pond Guru comes, I can ask him the question why he didn't answer our question.
Yeah.
I asked him what his definition was of a good metal detectorist.
He doesn't know that.
Actually, I think he does, but you have to remember there's a few of these guys out there that get freebies, so they can't talk shit about,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Certain brands.
Yeah, and I understand that. I don't agree with it, but
I don't care. I talk about everybody.
But when it comes down to money, it'd be like if Garrett got a hold of me and said, "Oh, we're going to give you a pinpointer," I would keep my mouth shut. I'd say, "Oh, okay, thank you."
But that's the problem. If they send you a pinpointer, they want you to do a review on it. Just like the guys in the motovlogging world with the drifts and the GoPros and the Sina backpacks.
Right, and that's one thing I have always refused to do. And I buy my own cameras and I review them straight up.
Yeah.
And
Good or bad?
I talk a lot of shit about cameras, let me tell you.
I just want to say something in Dutch to the guys. 1 second. Jongens, willen jullie nog een uurtje doorgaan op mijn kanaal of geen zin meer?
Ik heb wel zin hoor nog.
Zeker.
And for those of you that don't speak Dutch, he just said, NT8 is the biggest fuckbag he's ever met in his life.
Lekker hè?
That's it. You got it. You can talk Dutch.
Yep.
All right, guys, really, thanks for coming. I'm going to stop this.